We know how this movement started. We know when it started to go left. And we know how to get it back on track by getting back to the basics. Grassroots, community, organizing. So let's get back to our blueprint for Black unity by doing it how Marcus Garvey did it, like how MOVE did it, and like how the Black Panther Party did it. By feeding, clothing, housing, healing, educating, training, mobilizing, and organizing the people towards one goal and one purpose, Black freedom. So if you want to connect with other like-minded Black people around the world and build a real Black liberation movement, go to the IBFA.org and tap in.
What if we had the power to bring every Black leader throughout history together in this day and age? What could we accomplish? What if we brought the radical mobilizing of Dr. King together with the unapologetically Black organizing of Malcolm X? What if we used the political ideas of Fannie Lou Hamer and put it with the successes of Julius Nyerere, Patrice Lumumba, and Maurice Bishop? What if we created an entirely new economic system based on the philosophies of Dr. Claude Anderson, Muammar Gaddafi, and Thomas Sankara? How many Black Wall Streets do you think would exist today? And what if we created an organization in the transformational ways that Ella Baker did, or even a movement like Winnie Mandela did to end apartheid? How strong of a people would we be if a movement or an organization like that existed today? Now, what if I told you that we've already started?
The truth of the matter is that we are the builders of this movement. We are the ones in the streets risking our lives going against the system. We are the policy creators and ground shakers. We are the ones who organize the survival programs and mutual aid for our people. We are the ones doing the educating, revolutionizing, and transforming of the masses. We are the ones that give every hashtag meaning, purpose, and direction. And we are the ones who will lead us into a future where freedom is not only possible, but our reality. The time has come for us to evolve from where our lives matter to where our lives are truly free. Welcome to the Black Freedom Movement.
Yo, yo, yo.
Peace, family.
What up, though? Uh-oh, here go Travis.
Oh, yeah. Here come that big smile. Here
right.
Kool-Aid.
Hey, Kool-Aid, right.
There you go.
Oh, he brought the secret weapon.
Yeah.
Hey, cutie.
Yeah. Glad to
Marty,
be here.
say what's up to the people.
Peace.
He like, what?
Right.
What's going on?
Folks.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I just wanted to stop in real quick before I put him to bed.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I guess let me check in first then so I can check in and check out.
Let's get these check-ins and check-outs. Come on with it, brother.
Y'all, I was tired, boss.
Right.
Yo, I don't because it's y'all know it's like 20 million things going on. But yesterday, what I said to her, I'm supposed to get up at 6 o'clock this morning. Remember I said that, right?
Oh, yeah.
And how long we stayed on to that joint?
Midnight, at least.
12 in the morning. So we stayed on till like 12 in the morning. It's dope though, right? Because it's a good tire because we building, we grinding, and we moving.
Hey,
so we had a real good clubhouse session last night. With she was from what, Australia?
She was Nigerian.
Yeah, she's a Nigerian who lives in Australia. Dude, he goes by Black Pantheon. Yo, that's a fire name, right? Black Pantheon.
Yo, stop. Yo, turn your echo. Yeah.
Mike,
there you go. Nope. Almost.
Is it you?
Is it? Is it me?
You sound
Mute,
fine there.
mute yourself real quick.
It is you.
Mic check, mic check. It's me. Oh, what is it? Oh, you know what? Did that fix it? Test. I don't know what it is, y'all. Let me close this. Damn. You know what? I'll just go ahead and pop out. I'll come back later.
Do something. You ain't gotta leave like that. Look, he gone. Damn.
I'm going. I'm messing everything up.
Okay, because I was like, it's still going.
Yeah. I mean, it sounded fine to us. So yeah, I guess we'll check in also. But first of all, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to this session of Revolutionary Education with the IBFA and Mad Liberation Education. We want everybody to share this, interact, comment, even if it's not live. We want your perspective on things, criticisms, all that. If you want to debate, hit us up, whatever. Just interact with us,
constructively, please. Thanks.
Or ignorant, we with all that. Ignorantly. But we here today. It's a beautiful day. It's my favorite season of the year, fall. Because I'm a big dude, and I get the cuddles in. They like it's big dude season.
So stupid.
No, but I had a great week this week. It was busy as usual. Me and Z work on the weekend, man. So we were super tired at the beginning of the week, body sore, but we managed, came through, and we feeling good right now. That's where I leave. That's my check-in. How you feeling this week?
I feel great. It was fall is definitely here, but I'm gonna wear my sandals until my toes freeze. But anyway, so school has been great. Again, another great week of school with the students. Always happy about that. That means what we're doing is working. So always good when the parents see results. So that lessens the issues. So we have none. We're in week 7 and we have 0 issues. So I say to that. And spiritually, it's been great. I've been able to complete some reading, so I'm always good when I'm able to complete a book. So I've completed 2, so I'm very satisfied with that and excited to be with y'all this week. Per usual, Ashe.
What you got over there, brother? How you feeling this week?
I guess I feel kind of like encouraged. It go up and down, and work and all that. Now though, I feel like people are starting to get it.
Yeah.
I think we keep having these conversations, and especially like you said, it's right on time because we talking about Black economics. Is why can't we have economics? Last night when we were having the conversation with the Haitian brothers and sisters. Man, why can't we hold the government accountable and our people at the same time? And it's like now that we growing and more people and more conversations, it's like, oh, I ain't alone.
Right.
Oh, I ain't the only one with that. Okay, so we can be Black and do this too. We can be Black and do it and I can be a whole Black person trying to be a revolutionary every day, and I can be myself. And I ain't alone. And it's like last night I woke up. Last night I went to sleep like, damn, this coming together. And I woke up hella encouraged, like, shit, we finna get free. So I'm feeling good. Whatever word describe all that, that's how I feel.
Yes.
I love that song by Nina Simone, "Feeling Good," man. Yeah. We play that song in the school often, but it, that's how we be feeling. We feeling good, and everything make us feel good.
And only we can describe it that way, like she did. Right?
I say. So this week with the IBFA, of course, man, our mission here is to just build a Pan-African organization that actually has some African power, some Black power, right? And we've identified 4 pathways to help us that's needed in the process of getting our liberation. And those 4 pathways are the buck, the ballot. Excuse, I'm gonna do it in the right order.
The ballot,
the bullet, the buck, in the boat, right? This is the 3rd week in that list, and we're doing the buck this week. Of course, when we talk about the ballot, we're talking about electoral politics. We're talking about building a party, building a mass movement to hold some of these politicians accountable. Yes. You know, for the bullet, you know, we're talking about direct action, right? We're talking about, again, building a mass movement to be able to make some moves, right? To be able to cause some disruption if needed, to be able to build some of the programs, the direct action, mutual aid programs that we need, right? And that also includes self-defense. It includes our building programs, even things like this education program that we're doing now, right? Some direct action. This week, the 3rd week, we're talking about the buck. We're talking about money. We're talking about economics. We're talking about how are we going to use economics to help free ourselves? How is that possible? How can we? So we're just opening up that discussion. And next week, we'll be doing the boat. The boat, we're talking about going back to Africa. You know, we're talking about building relationships with Africa and other countries in the diaspora where Africans are, where our people are. We're also talking about separation from the United States of America in any form or fashion. And one of the ways that we practice that is being conscious citizens of the Republic of New Africa. So next week, we're going to have a lot of discussion. Again, this week, we're talking about economics. You know, here at the IBFA, we like to call it Ubuntu economics, right? And if you're not familiar with that, it's I am because we are. That's the Ubuntu philosophy, right? So I guess in business, you know, when we're talking about economics, I guess it's more like, you know, we thrive because you thrive, right? So the business aspect won't thrive unless the people are thriving, right? So we have to create some economic systems that allows business and our business supporters to thrive. So that's what our conversation is going to be about this week. So again, you want to add a little bit to that? Or you want to read what's on the website? So again, we've identified these 4 pathways. And this pathway we're talking about is economics. So for our brothers and sisters who love economics, who, you know, say we can use economics to free ourselves, this is your pathway within an organization. You know, this is where you fit. And again, we believe all of our pathways work in tangent with each other, and they don't work separately. So economics doesn't work without politics. You know, the politics is not going to work if we're not talking about nationhood, you know, and the nationhood is not going to work if we ain't talking about economics, right? So you want to share with us the philosophy of the buck?
Yes.
And you can find this information that you're going to read on the website.
Right. All right. Here we go. The philosophy of the buck. For those of us who believe that the movement is at its strongest when we have a sustainable economic base, this campaign centers around Black group economics. By building a self-sustained economic engine, we will be able to change our social and political problems without outside influence or interruption. All right, objective 1. Cultivate a global Black conscious base that provides every quality good that our people need to thrive, along with the best customer service to match. Objective 2. Cultivate a global Black conscious base that is committed to spending their money with our people exclusively in every way imaginable.
Shay.
All right.
Right. So it seems to me, let's go back to the first objective. Right. So it seems to me, man, like, you know, Travis was on here, he would say, you know, we want everything from the bottom to the top of our economic systems to be blackity black, to be our people, right? We want, you know, we want to be able to get our raw product shipped from Black people. You know, we want the factories and the processing plants to be ran and worked by Black people, right? And we want the vendors and the resellers to be Black, selling them to Black people, keeping these dollars within our international Pan-African community, also keeping those dollars within our local community, with our practices. So these are some of the things we're going to talk about today. How do we use economics to build ourselves, to get through the things that we're going through right now, possibly to get us free, right? And so again, we have a lot of we have a lot of brothers and sisters that believe capitalism or Black capitalism get us to where we need, but they fail to realize the exploitive aspects of capitalism, right? We couldn't possibly practice capitalism and give our brothers and sisters fair wages that are working for us. Right? So we need to come with other systems. We need to come with maybe a fresh system, to that looks like we created it, for us to sustain under, right? So what that looks like to me, it looks like worker owner. It looks like the workers owning the business, right? It looks like, let me see. Looks like collective ownership, worker controlled businesses, democratic decision making within those companies, the democratic decision making process within those companies. So that those are some of the things that I believe, economically that we can practice, right? Some of the things that we can start to practice now is simply to support our businesses that are here, support our Black businesses that are here. That doesn't mean, right, to support those businesses only because they are Black. It also means holding them accountable to support the community because the community supports them, right? This is in our African centeredness, we believe in circles. We believe in things to cycle, to go around, to come back. So if I'm just supporting any Black business and that Black business doesn't support our community, or that Black business doesn't even cycle money back into the community, that Black business is not worth supporting just because they Black, right? There has to be a responsibility, and we could talk about that, the responsibility of the businesses and the responsibilities of the business owners, right? The only way, I don't care what argument you make, the only way that economics can free us is if we're using our funds to build institutions that would allow us to get free, right? So some of that goes to the business owners who come within our community, right? And these are things that we should be doing now to hold any business that resides in our community to do, whether you Black, Asian, whatever business right now that's in our communities. We need to hold them accountable to be helping to build
a better quality of life for our community.
A better quality of life for our community, right? To help build some of these institutions of our community, because our communities has helped build their institution, right? Some of these gas stations in our community been here for 70 years, 50 plus years, same owner, and they're only there because we support them.
We've sent their children to college. Meanwhile, ours can't even afford to go yet. Our dollars have went into their homes, their automobiles, their everything. So we have to do that for us intentionally.
Right.
I got Bomani and Z. I got these two slides from the presentation that kind of back up what y'all saying. I'm gonna drop them right quick. The first one is, because like you said, it started from that conversation before, is people hear Black economic power and think the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
And so a part of the presentation I sent is, Black economic power is not about one or a few Black people getting rich, or even about getting rich in this white man's system.
Right.
That be where we be lost at.
Yeah.
Because that's all we think about is, that's all we see is I got some money and I want to make more money. Or all we see is I ain't got no money and I want to be, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
Somebody say I want to own all of it, but it ain't about one person a family, you know, because we all know rich families that's black. The hood still look like the hood though.
Right.
And so I think we have to really kind of bang on that part because I don't think people. But then to me, the same thing is like somebody believing that the only way it goes is based on white people.
Yeah.
You know, be it socialism or capitalism, that's the only way that black people know about economic systems, as if black people didn't have one before.
Right.
We ain't create economic systems. You know, so that's I mean, that's something right there. Is that that's one thing about being brainwashed by the society, man. It's always competition. So we think individually, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I'm finna get to the top. Right? I'm finna get to the top. And, you know, if you happen to be, and we believe in this close proximity type of thing, you know, black folks say it all the time. I don't be wanting to argue with them, but they be like, man, if you be around rich people, you're going to be rich. Like, nigga, it don't, you be
don't rub off. It ain't, look, it ain't COVID. You can't just.
It ain't COVID. That shit ain't contagious, man.
Right.
So, but somehow we believe in this proximity thing. So when our folks make it, you know, we figure like, you know, the person who made it figures like, man, if you just do what I did, you can get the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And the people around them like, man, let me just be around you so I can get some of the crumbs that you.
That's what it. That's say that. Just say you're a parasite. Just
exactly. You know,
bottom feeder. You just out here, just whatever crumb and hit the flow.
Man, and it amazes me, bro, that so many of our folks, or so many of our brothers, I'm gonna speak about the brothers that come from the hood that get these millions, bro. Like, you never dreamed of building for your people before you got this bread. Like, what happened to those dreams, bro? These niggas, like, you know, I heard somebody got a 90 million, 100 million contract in football.
Complaining about it.
Man, like, you know what you can do for our people in one, you know, and you ain't got to do for all the people across the board, but like build something for build some education institutions.
Ooh.
So,
you know what I'm saying? Some farms. You know what I'm saying? Give some grants and shit to the black farmers. The boot. You know, whatever it is.
And again, I'll say, like I said, look how much we do with nothing. I mean, we got programs going on, all kind of with literally nothing.
Literally,
folks getting extensions on their bills and everything, but we got stuff cracking.
I said it to the Rams players. I was like, man, y'all got enough money, man, to just say 100 racks to the city where you from.
Yeah,
and you could take away majority of the problems. I mean, the football, basketball should be free art supplies.
Right.
The kids should pull up to the school, and it should just be school supplies there. They shouldn't even have it.
They should have nothing but their bodies. Right, nothing but their bodies.
Right.
Just bodies. And then if you need some extra shirts, they should have bought that too.
Right.
But you know,
I'm like, damn, y'all don't never think about. I know y'all was playing ball saying, man, I swear to God, when we get up, I'm gonna build us a stadium. Or ain't no kids, man. I remember I couldn't have nothing, so I want to. What time? When did that stop?
Right.
You got
what happened to that dream?
Sauce.
You know,
and you lost those connections. Like when you make it that, but you should already know who to divvy that money out to.
Yeah, you should already have that planned out.
You should already know who to give it to for education, for the sports, for the. You all should already know. But you're disconnected.
Even if you hustling.
Yeah. Right,
hustling. The candy lady should have been the first plug because you know she got the clientele long as the street is.
Right.
Man, she gonna feed you if you're hungry. You know that grandma on the corner that make plates every weekend. Everybody eating, that everybody respect. Those are the people we get straight, so they can build that into an institution.
Right. And she would love to cook for y'all if y'all shoot. She ain't got to worry about no rent and bills and where she go, man. Come on now.
So when we talk about cooperative economics, these are the things we talk about when we want to say, what are we going to build, right? What are some things that we can invest into that will help all of our people, you know? And we had a slide a couple of weeks ago, and it was saying the things that black people need and want, right? The things that they were voting for. Hopefully they vote, and it was housing, right? Healthcare, education. And it was like one more thing that kept popping up across all the stats. So again, these are the type of things that we need to build if we're talking about cooperative economics. These are the things, and it shouldn't just be on a few select people, right? Everybody has something to offer when we talk about economics, whether that's some labor, whether, you know, in this age, share power is something also, right? We have where, you know, our organization could be straight if it was just one share from the right person, right? So again, we have all type of different powers that we can use, but our ultimate goal is to be free. So we have to build those institutions. So we can't encourage the Lone Ranger millionaire type of mentality, right? We can't encourage that type of mentality because we know that doesn't work. We know that these people get rich and don't put back into the community, into programs that matter to the community like they should, right? Now we might have you know, you might donate 1,000 turkeys during. I ain't taking no shots at nobody, nothing like that. But you might donate 1,000.
Yeah, because you know he gonna see it on God.
You know, but or you might have like a little football camp or something like that during the year.
Pew 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 pew.
You know, or
basketball. Stop shooting at them so we can move forward.
No, but seriously, so again, it's like these things are good, and they be like, man, I do something for the community. I got my little football camp, but it's like, man, that program should be all year round, right? If you want to do a health and wellness camp and football and stuff, like come implement those programs within those communities so it can be year round. Let's get our kids some training for real, because the other side knew that. Right, they're gonna make sure their children get training in whatever type of things all year round. So those are institutions that we need to build that we know work.
They going from the YMCA to damn computer coding to
and if the kid really good, the white people will take care of him too.
Right.
Yeah.
He'll be in the program that you should have built in your hood.
Exactly. Right. You know, and like you say, and since they have businesses within our hood, we're actually paying for that because we you know we have come on. So again, man, what we looking for when we talk about Black economics, man, is and again, people like to use Tulsa, Oklahoma, has a good example of Black economics, right? And I say it's a good example, but what happened to Tulsa, right? It wasn't those institutions. If a bank burns down, what happens? You know, you get your insurance to be able to build that back up. They burned down Tulsa and they was allowed to not give those folks no insurance, no reparation, no nothing. So everything that they lost, they just lost on GP like it was, you know, like it was a wallet or something. You know what I'm saying? So again, they had the economic aspect, but were they building and putting their dollars into protection, right? Were they putting their dollars into they didn't have no politicians, right? So I'm gonna say they had politicians and we'll come back to that, but they didn't have strong political power in Tulsa. I'll say that.
Like Wilmington, Maryland, because they had the strong political power and the economics. So they was like, we got to change the whole state law.
Right. So there was no changing of no laws or anything like that. They were even able to politicize it as a race riot, and it wasn't a riot; it was a massacre. Right? And we didn't have no power. So once they start saying race riot, once people start taking it to court talking about race riot, that takes a power. That was a massacre.
But you know what? They fund the media. So their revolution was about. They said. No representation, no taxation without representation. And then they made sure for the rest of their lives, that's what type of time they on. So they not feeling that. So they said everything gonna make some money over here and it's gonna benefit us.
Right. Right. You know,
it's another slide about what economics is, and it kind of back up exactly. So it's like, boom. Black economic power is about making sure that every business, job, and product in our community is for us, by us. And it's about creating an economic system that benefits our people first and foremost. You know, so we didn't say person. You know, I ain't gonna. You know, I'm like you. I ain't gonna take no shots. But I see you on every morning or every week talking about we can't Black economic, we can't Black dollar. And then y'all Negroes fighting each other. I don't really get it, but when you could just say, if you believe that, I'm gonna show you that you're right. I'm gonna show you you're wrong.
Exactly.
And that's how we gotta do it.
Exactly. And again, if we're thinking about a people, you know, so again, we want our people to have money, right? We want our people to be wealthy in mind, spirit, and material, right?
Mhm.
So when we talk about building systems of sharing, building systems of mutual aid, we ain't talking about no poor system, but we are talking about making sure that we don't have no Jeff Bezos that's making what that man make $1,000 a minute type of stuff. These dudes
Lord.
these dudes got enough money to buy. These dudes have enough money to corrupt any system out there, right? So again, like we want to be able to have those funds and that power go right back to the people. So if you're a worker at this factory, you're gonna get you're gonna get fair wages because you're gonna be an owner, right? So you digging into the profits. That make you want to work harder, make you want to make the correct decisions for the company because you part owner of this company, right? And we know that the profits are going to go to building more institutions for our people. So the better this company does, the better our hemp company does, the better our farms are going to do, because we're able to make sure that across the board our people have everything that they need. So if we lacking food, we're going to build some more farms. If our people are lacking things to do, we so bored, we just so smart and so bored, we're going to build some damn amusement parks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to build some museums. Whatever our people need, whatever our people call for, we'll have those resources, because it's always about collective work and responsibility, right? It's always about Ubuntu. It's always about I'm thriving because we thrive, and my business only works because you working. So why wouldn't I help you get a job? Why wouldn't I help build some more factories so you can have more money to spend with me? And why wouldn't I go to your business, share your business, get online and say how lovely your business is, so other Black people could shop with you, so your prices could go down?
I said, even in the flyer, and I'm gonna bring the slide up because this we did this intentionally to look at something, and I asked the question: have you ever been in a city anywhere in the country and you've seen these institutions be Black? The hospital, the school, the bank, and the grocery store.
Nope.
Nah, man, you might pop in a city that got one, maybe 2 out of 4. And I mean, I know hospital, but those other ones out of those other 3, you might pop into a city that got 2 out of 3, maybe 1 out of 3.
It's probably gonna be the school, maybe. Not a store.
No, the school, we might have we might have a Black institution for a school. We got Black stores, and you might have what is like 13 Black banks across the nation or something, 12 Black banks, and usually these institutions are just Black face, right? So a lot of these institutions, and I think y'all talked about that this weekend too, is that a lot of Black businesses are just Black face, but they are the bulk of the profit goes back to Amazon, or goes back to whoever you are working for in those moments, right? So we do have Black people selling life insurance, right? But how many Black life insurance companies do we have that we own? And I guarantee that I doubt that we have one, right? How many international financial institutions do we own? And it's probably 0 from American Blacks, or American Africans, right? How many international financial institutions do we own, right? So again, it's like this is the power within economics that we need. We need these institutions. We need these institutions funding money into the movement. We need the movement funding money to these institutions, and it needs a cycle. Whatever that, again, I don't want to say what systems that we need to implement, but because African communalism is old, whatever name you put on stuff like that, it's just we all gonna be good, bro. Ubuntu, we all gonna be straight. So the decisions that we make are in benefit for the whole, everybody. And even the decisions, even as Pan-Africans, a lot of decisions that we make over here economically, we should be thinking about our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. What I'm saying? Like y'all say, y'all took the shortcut and got a brother over here and said, look, we just gonna deal straight with you. And if everybody do that to a degree, you know, like we start getting our little jewelry from a vendor, you know, in Cameroon, you know what I'm saying? We got somebody shipping us, you know, hair products from South Africa, so on and so forth. We can make this happen, and vice versa. Right. So a lot of things that we do over here can have a big impact on our brothers and sisters across the diaspora, even as little as sharing. Right. So that's some type of power that we got, is to share information. Everybody could put something on a platform, you know. But I yield there, let y'all brothers hop in. My mouth getting dry from talking.
You silly. I'm taking notes. Sorry, but not sorry. Yep.
It's like the same thing, like we said on the call this weekend. We just like, we need to be spending money with each other. The call I had yesterday with the brother from the UK. I asked him, my favorite new question is, okay, you're Pan-African. Who in your top five? Who your top five Pan-African? We got the rap and really building. And then when we got to the point, I said, you know, when we talk about Pan-Africanism, we got, you know, examples from 50, 60, 70, 100 years ago. But what do the Pan-Africans do now? Like, how do we spend money? How do we do economics? How do we do science? Like, and he was like, damn, I never even heard that. I said, I always thought about that, because when we get to economics is the part where the conversation unravels. And every concept, philosophy, ideology is white. We don't have no economic imagination outside of whiteness. It's a dichotomy in their head. They say, it's either capitalism, socialism. If it ain't fascism, it's communism. And I be like, all them white folks' words. Right. And you ain't got to the point where you say there got to be something else over there in these You know, we'll argue a gangbang, argue about we can't own stores. A brother arguing with me said we don't want no black Walmart. I said, you don't want no black store in every city where black people live, where it ain't nothing but black products in there. I ain't saying one family on it. I mean, it could be a cooperative with the workers on it, but every product is black on it. Ain't no Subway in there. It's like, now we in economics, the candy lady that cook the fish, she in the Walmart, the black one.
Right.
Yeah.
The jewelry in there come from Cameroon and Benin and the Congo, and the jewelry and the diamonds come from there too.
Yeah.
We're going down the clothes. You got these small black boutique people that's got their own clothing line. That's what's in there, and it's affordable. And I said, you don't think that's good? Yeah, but that's not what Walmart is. I said, because your concept of a supermarket is white. Mine ain't.
Exactly. Like I said, we got plenty of examples of what we can do. You know, like I said, we you look at across the whole diaspora, markets. Big markets, small markets, you know. It's a big old market on the borderline of the Dominican Republic and Haiti, you know, all across the diaspora. So again, that's something that's innate in us anyway, to build these markets where everybody can come. The what they used to call them, the general stores of the world. Where you could go get power tools, garden tools, some fruits and vegetables, everything you need, feminine products, hygiene products, all in one. And like you said, that should be our ultimate goal, is to create hubs like that. You know what I'm saying? Hubs where it's all because it puts it in our face, right? So if I have this business in my community and it's all black products, everything black, why wouldn't I go there? Right. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I go to this place that I feel good? They're playing my type of music, not because they researched it and said, oh, this is the type of music that make people hungry. This type of music make people shop. Nah, because it make us feel good. We in there, you know, again, it's for us, by us. And all the things that we say don't have to look like nothing we ever seen before. You know, everything we saying right now could be of new. You know, of course we pulling from our ancestral knowledge, right? Sankofa, but we could come and do it. Don't have to look like nothing. Don't have to look like no Walmart. It don't have to be indoors. It could be fully online, but we have a black space where people get black stuff, and it's black first. because everybody talks about that, bruh, but we fail to practice it. You know, everybody talks about, like, every organization that's at least on my timelines, on my social medias and stuff, talk about this ideology of black first, of spending black, so on and so forth. But where is it? You know what I'm saying? You ain't sharing no black businesses. So, you know, again, are your necessities black? The tissue, your toothpaste, your toothbrush, the things you use every day, and a lot of stuff we have access. So a lot of things that we have access to now, and we really don't have no excuse because we got the internet. So we could shop black for our necessities, but we have to consciously make that choice, right? So when I talked earlier about the responsibilities of businesses and the responsibilities of business supporters, right? Because it's not always customers. You know, I support this business. One of the things that the business supporter has to do is they have to make sure that they have to make sure that they consciously are choosing to shop at this business, right? So I'm making a conscious decision to go over here and buy my drinks from this black business versus this other business, white, Asian, whatever, because I know that black business is going to stick to their responsibilities of helping build institutions and programs within the community, right? Helping make sure that I'm straight, you know, because we only thrive if you thrive, type of mentality. But I yield there, man. I'll just, you know, I'll be going on my rants and stuff.
No, we all do. So I wanted to pull it up from the presentation. I didn't want to. I mean, we could go through it, possibly.
We can go through it real quick. It's not long.
All right. So this one of them things. I'm gonna see if I even know how to do the joint. That we on that type of time. This is the experiment letter right here.
My favorite part of the show.
All right. Okay. Spread it. So I gotta share like that, maybe. Share screen type stuff. Is that what we doing?
What you over there reading, Travis? Because he in like deep thought.
Yeah, now I was listening to y'all and trying to make sure the audio is working. How it sound?
You sound great.
Yes, good. Because I was talking to the live stream customer support, so I was reading this little chat. So I was gonna say real quick, the key part about what we're talking about is just like with all this other stuff. Usually when people talk about these economic things, it's people with money, right? It's usually people who already got the bread who talk about making these moves.
Right.
But with us, we in the mud, right? And we were black folks who just trying to make it, right? I mean, I'm trying to make it. I only got a job myself, so we talking about. So like, I'm not even in a lot of these conversations, right? And I think the difference with what we doing is our buck is a part of the movement.
Yeah.
Right. Usually it's the buck that's over there. Like it's a group of well-off black folks who doing it, who making it. And power to them. I'm not hating on them. I'm glad that black people winning. I'm glad they winning. But they usually distant from, right? And like what y'all was talking about, because of that, because they distant from the movement, what they talk about is what? Is white.
Yeah.
And then their actions, are they going back and then giving to black organizations who are doing movement work? No. See, and so this is why the buck being a part of the 4 pathways, he got it. But this is why being a part of the 4 pathways work. So now, whenever we need something, we can look out for each other. But then it's connected to, you know what? Because did y'all talk about this with the political part? If people running for office, they're gonna need money, right?
Right.
Did y'all talk about that part yet?
Yeah. We talked about buying politicians.
Huh?
I said we talked about buying politicians.
Yep.
Yeah. So Tori got it. But I'll just say like that. That's the key thing that I guess that's the IBFA difference. That the buck is a part of the movement. It's not something separate over there.
Yeah, most definitely. And there is, you know, that one of me and Z criticisms of people who talk about economics is that you got it, bro. You talking to a whole crowd of broke people.
Right.
You talking about buy some land or buy a house, flip a house.
Right.
You know, I don't know where to
invest in crypto.
Right. I don't even have $300 extra to invest in nothing.
Right. Meanwhile, my house is falling apart. I can't invest in buying a whole nother one.
You know, so I mean, so sometimes those conversations, and then when me and Z bring it up, you know, they like, oh, y'all just socialists and this. It's like, I mean, I'd rather be that than whatever he is.
Worse,
you
trust
know?
me.
But
right.
What we talk about is making things tangible for our people, right?
So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay the electric bill next month, right? That's what we're trying to figure out.
Exactly. You know?
Really?
How we gonna pay the electric bill? I got my internet. I just got the email from because I got Cox. They were like, yeah, your promotion is up. So I got to figure out how I'm gonna pay this.
Oh my god!
And you can't get out the contract. You got a whole another 6 months in the contract. Nah, so again, that too. So a part of us being us is that we can create our own sort of economics, right? Of shared. So I don't mind, you know, I don't know if they still do that, but we used to call the cable man and it'd be one of our bros to get up on that pole and hook us up with Wi-Fi and so on and so forth, right? We used to I forgot where I was going with this, so I had a brain fart.
Nah, I know you was about to say some stuff we used to do, but then you like, oh, we on camera.
Right.
So are you ready? You got it? Yeah, there you go. So am I doing it, Tori? Or you coming back on?
All right, I'm back.
You got it. It was working.
I know. I got it.
Okay.
Boom.
All right, there we go. We official now.
Learning, brother. Learning. Tapping on the way. So, slide 2. To clarify, because I know Negroes don't think that's what we're talking about, and then what it ain't. So, you know, we already said it ain't about 1 or 2 Negroes getting rich or even getting rich in the white man's system. But what it is making sure that every business, job, and product in our community is made by us or for us, and creating an economic system that benefits all our people first and foremost. So if you keep that in mind, you ain't gonna go wrong. So we say first and foremost, you can make your own products. You know, so we can circulate the money by keeping it to ourselves. Bro, you can do whatever, but you can't make a whole bunch. And that's why the second part is a key part. If you make things collectively, you know, you can make a whole bunch more faster. You know, but y'all got to agree on what y'all making though. But, you know, we black people, so we can always be unified. Won't nothing stop us. Then part 2, Bomani said this earlier, is like we have to get to the point where we can sell stuff online and we can sell stuff in person at the vendor, at the black market, at the little pop-up shops. We all know what it is. Those are the keys at the top to say this is where we should be. We should be making it ourselves or making it with a collector, with the homies, with families. We should have a store online. We should also have vending events, one which we can get it in. Okay. So let me see. Bloop.
I even got the sound effects.
I just want to say that concept too applies when we're talking about food, right?
Huh.
A community garden can serve, 10 households, you know what I'm saying, during the spring and fall. But if community farms with all hands on deck, and we got we got processing, we got everybody in on it, everybody's a part of it, collectively playing their part, we could feed the whole community. Right? So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about feeding ourselves through cooperation, through collectiveness, and saying that, we all gonna struggle and we all gonna eat, you know what I'm saying? But our genius, right? Our genius has Africans in the diaspora allows us to eat, right? It's just that we are stifled when it comes to the dominant society. So most of the inventions in the field were invented by the workers, right? Mm-hmm. Even to this day, most of the improvements on a lot of these inventions are from the workers, but they don't get to share that profit. They don't get compensated. Those sisters in Haiti that's sewing them Walmart shirts and shit, they sewing hundreds and hundreds of shirts a day. Mm-hmm. I tried to sew. I took sewing class, man, and it took a long time to make a shirt. Mm-hmm. Probably over a week. It took me a day just to do the measuring and the cutting. Right. These sisters and mostly sisters over here in these countries that are being super oppressed. I don't want to call them third world countries, but these countries are being super oppressed and exploited. If these women were getting what they deserve per shirt, that Walmart sell these little $15, $20 shirts, right? And they was making at least 10 off them shirts or something like that, bro. It'll be straight. We'll be straight across the nation because our genius allows us to come with ways to hustle, to survive, to make money. But we are stifled when it comes to, you got to get a license. You ain't a professional. Right. You can't sell those herbs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I can't do shit, nigga, without having to pay y'all. And you know what I'm saying? So
but
again,
that's the point. They know what we worth. We just don't.
Yeah.
And they do. They know what our labor and our resources and our genius is worth.
And like you said, brother, you said something on the call the other day, and me and Z say it all the time, man. We used to pull up to these fast food places, and there'd be 4 people in there. It's lunchtime. It's 20 cars behind us. Right. It was 20 cars in front of us, and we get up here and it's running smooth. We get up here and there's 4 people working. We like, damn. Like, so imagine if y'all was a worker-owned burger joint, and y'all would split the profit at the end of the day. Right. So this little 20 bands that y'all finna get for lunch from all these hungry folks, that's y'all profit that y'all get to go home with versus going home with less than $80 a day.
Right, and they getting everything.
You making thousands of burgers.
Dog tired, hurting, burnt, ain't got no health insurance. Knuckles burnt. Man,
come on. So again, like you said, if we take over some of these joints in our community, right, some of these things, and we got our folks in these factories making it possible for us to deliver quality fast food, right? With all the health intentions that we need in our community also. So again, we need this in our community. We still need services, right? We just want to get these McDonald's out. We just want to get these Burger Kings out. And if we can, so when we talk about the bullet as it relates to the buck, we talking about taking over these businesses. We talking about, man, literally starving this McDonald's out just so we could buy the building. We're gonna starve your business out. We're gonna make sure nobody shop here just so we could buy this building and do the same thing. It ain't gonna be called McDonald's, it's gonna be called McDowell's. Yep. We got similar things, but it ain't the same.
Finally,
you got the golden arcs.
Right.
Those are tactical things that we can actually really do in real life and say, man, this business don't serve our community. This gas station, you ain't serving our community right. We're gonna starve you out.
Yeah.
Sell this shit, or one of our folks gonna buy it, and we're gonna open it back up because all the mechanics and stuff is still here.
That sounds like damn like Wall Street, what they did to our ass.
Yeah, that's what they did. Like I say, they burnt our shit down. And like I said, when I was in Tulsa this year, I was mad, bro. They talking about building. They got all these hipster little white little coffee shop type of thing. Yeah. And I ain't mad at them. You got to get your money, but it's like, where the black business? Where are there any black businesses in the Greenwood district? Are there any? And I didn't visit no black businesses in Tulsa. I don't even think I spent no money except at the getting the room.
And the market too.
The market, the pop-up market, it was some black vendors. But again, man, when I went downtown to the Greenwood district, it's all white businesses. So that was a tactical thing that they did. They said we're gonna burn it because this shit down because we want it.
Right.
It wasn't just because we was mad about this elevator thing or whatever.
They had the resources to rebuild.
And they had the
resources,
the power to rebuild. Right. You know, because the politicians helped them. You know, they got to give them those business licenses. They got to give them those loans. The banks helped them too. They got to give them those loans to rebuild in those areas. And some of that shit was never rebuilt. Only thing they got in a lot of those areas are plaques. little $20 plaque on the ground. You know what I'm saying? That say this used to be a butcher. Right. This used to be a black-owned butcher. Right. Got the man name on there and everything, but his family ain't received zero reparations for that shit.
In the same town.
In the same town. It's right there.
It was the same people who owned the town when they stole it.
Yeah.
They descendants got the contract to put the plaque on the goddamn sidewalk.
On me. The college, bro, the OSU, when we was in the Greenwood district is predominantly a college right now. They built the whole college in the Greenwood district. Mm-hmm. That's our shit. That's our reparations. Y'all get the fuck out. And this stadium is our stadium. These buildings are our buildings. These classrooms and all that shit. Right. Y'all go. This is our shit. Good looking.
Rebuilding it. Right.
Good looking.
Rebuilding
what y'all fucked up. Right.
Because the stadium is literally, bro, like we literally parked at the stadium. And they like, this the Greenwood district. And we walked like, what? This big ass stadium, like y'all literally, it was so disrespectful to build a college. You know, and you can go find the stats on how much of that college take up the Greenwood district. You know,
like any other university that come and take over all the damn.
It's over,
right?
You know,
right?
And
everything.
what power did we have even now? Right, about this year in Tulsa was about reparations to the families and the victims of the massacre. Mm-hmm. Right, and again, even to this day, it's maybe 4 survivors, and they trying to even get them reparations. But even to this day, we fight, but it's a frivolous fight because we don't have no power. Right. So we still talking about building Black Wall Streets everywhere, but how? And we still have not amassed the power to do so.
Or how do you not know what's happening, like you said, where Black Wall Street was, and how are we not trying to get these white motherfuckers out?
Yeah.
And they right here right now in your day.
Right,
yeah, we could deal with them. We could, like I said, we could deal with them.
Exactly.
You know, and we can start anywhere has a Black nation. We can say, you know what? And they'll be like, y'all picking on people. So what?
So what?
We got people and we picking. You know, so we can start with this.
You know, we're petty people.
We petty. It's the petty revolution over
here. Dr. Clyde Anderson identified multiple businesses that participated in the enslaving of our ancestors, right? Mm-hmm. Whether they finance ships, whether they finance sales, or even if they bought warehouses to store enslaved Africans. So many people were implemented. You know, Wells Fargo, a whole bunch, Chase Bank, all these financial.
Oh my God! Look, I've just learned. Somebody said, "Well, you know, the institutions, you know, most of them dissolved." Somebody said, "What's around from slavery?"
Oh hell!
What's around from slavery that's still around now on another name? And somebody said, he said, I don't have slavery. I have something worse. He said the Bank of Italy is now the Bank of America. All the Nazi money was hidden not hidden, put in the Bank of Italy, and they acquired it at like an asset.
That's where fascism started.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Nope.
Crazy.
I mean, look.
And it's still here. And it's Bank of America. And they got commercials. Man. And they say we ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
My mama love Bank of America
too. Okay.
My mama love her some Bank of America. Right. It's so me and Z. It's so funny with us. Like we look at dates, right? So we could like something, but that motherfucker said, "Nigga, here since 1861."
Oh my God. You got to remix that because that's how I be feeling. I be going like, damn, that's 1840. Oh shit. Okay. I know I built that for free.
Right.
And I'm probably buried up under it.
Man, these houses. So we know we deep in the South where the original slave government was created, you know, like in Mobile, like Montgomery, Mobile. Mm-hmm. That was a government at first. And we see a lot of relics from slave times, right? And we see the power that they amassed through slavery. You know, we see what they did. And to this day, right, we still haven't got no get back, so to speak, right? We still haven't done nothing to satisfy our ancestors, right? Who had to live their whole life living up to age. You know, we got a story from people living up to 100 plus, still a damn slave.
Right.
90, you know, we got 90, you know, we got Cujo, from Africa Town. He was in his 90s talking about it. So again, man, like these motherfuckers have used our power that we could have built economic power for ourselves to enrich themselves, right? And we still fail, and we don't have to get no get back. I mean, all of us, we are loving people, you know what I'm saying? But we would like to be separated from y'all so we can show y'all how to get this economic system cracking without exploitation,
without y'all being involved,
right?
At all.
That's a fact.
Because the only way that these people, like I say, people need to study this. Our people who believe in economics need to study how these folks are getting rich. And you can say that these motherfuckers started in a garage all you want. At least they had a garage to start in. Nigga, at least they had some time to get some nigga. What the fuck you think they put in them garages? They had computers and shit, nigga, when computers was new.
Right.
We need a computer. We got this old ass computer that we own falling apart and shit. So again, how? So again, don't tell us their story and leave out the exploitation. When you tell Jeff Bezos' story, make sure you show them people that was going to sleep at work. Make sure you tell them that his folks was clocking out. They have to go use the bathroom. Right? He all nice and $15 an hour right now, but that wasn't the case. How he got them?
How he got to $15 an hour?
He making 200 or more off of your 15 that you making, so that's still he ain't paying you what you worth. You feel me?
So again, it's like you have to tell our folks that if you want to get rich, if you want to be one of those Lone Rangers to get rich, be prepared to exploit. Like, man, it was a post and nobody responded back to it, but they said, man, name some qualities of a rich person. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, cunningness, shrewdness. You know what I'm saying? I was like, the ability not to love, exploitive. And it was like, damn, bro, they was putting stuff like courage, patience. And I'm like, nah, if y'all niggas want to get rich, you're gonna have to be cold.
Cutthroat.
You have to be cutthroat for real. You got to be cutthroat if you want to get rich.
Right. Because as soon as they smell fear on you, it's over.
And I mean, a lot of our folks can get rich through entertainment. That's an easy avenue. Basketball, football, entertainment, stuff like that.
With that's a statistic too, because that's the only way we are. If we are gambling, you feel me? If we are getting to that point, whatever percent is because your ass is acting. Yeah. Are you out here being an athlete?
Yeah.
Point blank.
And that still depends on their systems to make you rich.
Right.
So it ain't like they getting contracts and the people like, black folks like, we fuck with you. Here go your contract from black. They get their contracts and shit from the ops. So they literally are controlled to a degree by them. And if they do get out of line, they lose everything.
Right.
They can. It's the threat of losing everything. Right. So it's like, so again, when we talk about black economics, it's still a conversation. Ain't no straight path to what black economics looks like for us. Period.
I said this to this brother. And I know he felt some type of way, and I just laughed because everybody was like, "Oh, he was, when I'm kind of, oh, well, what do you say, black capitalism?" You probably, I said, what you practice with your people is not the same thing you practice with your enemy. So, with the white boy, it might be black capitalism because I'm trying to exploit you. With my people, it might be what you would call black socialism. It don't matter.
Yeah. No,
but it's war.
Yeah. No bullshit. We had some jokes about, taxing the white folks when we be,
God. Y'all ain't got no diamonds over there?
Yeah, taxing
$10,000, them motherfuckers $10,000 a gram, baby.
We gonna need 60 for that 3.5.
Motherfucker come to our vending table. Motherfucker come to our vending table talking about how much is this dashiki? $100?
Okay.
Nigga, that bitch $15 for my folks, but nigga $100.
God, what you mean? Like we not in and I know people gonna see it.
35 going straight back to the motherland right now. I'm finna cash app it right now for my mama.
Oh man, my sister, and if she see this, she gonna laugh. But we was at the event a couple of weeks ago, and some white folks came to the table, and it was like, "How much is this shirt?" And she was like, 25. I mean, 20. I looked at her and was like, man, them white folks, it's what you said at first. It's 25.
First one, 25. Yeah,
don't put the
prices.
They came to support the movement, okay? And we gonna let them. I promise. They're paying reparations, sister. They're paying reparations.
Nah, but and that's true though. So again, it's like, if you do practice that, so if you are a person who under this system deems that black capitalism is a way to help our people out, show us, use it. You know what I'm saying? Show us that you're gonna get rich and then you're gonna help our people
Everybody
out.
else,
Because
right.
usually the aspect of capitalism is exploitation. And usually the people that you exploit are our people. Right. So so again, if you can get a business where you exploiting white labor or something like that,
Come
man.
on, white ideas.
White ideas, and you take, so let's get it. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, when you talk about who gets exploited, it's us.
Yeah.
It's even poor white people get exploited. But I doubt that we can build a Fortune 500 company off the exploitation of all white folks.
Or even a small group of white people.
Yeah,
They come. The rich white people gonna come to protect that.
Right,
So,
look,
man,
we can't even open a bodega off their ass, and it'd probably just be 2 people working. Shit, they are outraged. No,
and we don't want, and that's and one thing that when we talk about economics, we're not talking about no handouts, you know, because again, our folks are geniuses.
right.
We can, like I say, man, I believe I don't know the stats, but our music is exported more. I think black music is the main
It's
export of America.
exported music in the U.S. Yeah.
Come on now, if we own that institution from top to bottom, and we just talking about black music, just black music, if we own that institution from top to bottom, like and that institution was geared toward helping our people toward liberation, we'll be free. We'll have countries right now. Because again, people love us. People love our genius. Anything that we do, we make TikTok.
There'll be no culture
Right?
nowhere.
There would be no TikTok trends that are worth anything if it wasn't black folks doing it or creating them.
Clothes, speech,
you know, like I said, man, come on now. So again, you know, we hope that this was informational as far as what black economics can look like. And again, I just want to say, as far as Ubuntu, you know, black businesses thrive because of the black supporters, and it should be vice versa. The black supporters of these businesses should thrive because these businesses are thriving. It should be a cycle, you know. And eventually, we do want complete separations where we don't have to have customers outside of our folks, right? Because we don't need it, you know. So we hope to have a society where, you know, white folks don't even want to shop with us. They're like, man, y'all stay over there. Ain't nothing, and it ain't my business. But unfortunately, black businesses, you know, it's popular for white people to support black businesses at this moment.
Right.
You know, we got Black Lives Matter putting that shit on, so it's a popular thing, and you know, we're all for it.
But you want our children to their everyday life, when they buying soap or clothes or their car or an engine or whatever, they buying black. And they don't even have to think about it. This is what I see my daddy do my whole life. I don't know the other way.
I think about that in places like St. Louis or Mobile or Birmingham. I think about it like, what I be asking Negroes, I be like, you know, everybody, you know, and then it's a little shade, but it ain't. It's like, you know, everybody can't be the person that fixed credit.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody can't, you know, if that's everybody hustling, you know, it costs X amount of dollars. These people ain't even got that kind of money.
Yeah.
Everybody can't be the boutique person. Everybody can't be the soap person. Everybody can't, because the problem is they down the street, you also competing with each other, and you mad at me saying, damn, I'm so tired. I showed this Negro how to make shirts. Now he making shirts. It's like, okay, they making shirts. It's okay. Your competition ain't me. It's this white store in the shopping mall.
Yeah.
Because if they was going me, and you could just go on that and get whatever profit, and it wouldn't be us on the corner selling whatever, you know, trying to make it. Yeah. Wouldn't you want to come down to the dollar store owned by black people, the grocery store,
right.
gas station,
and they making stuff? They're not making stuff or selling stuff just to sell to you. They're making it because we need it. You know, they're making our hair products because we need this type of hair product. They're making these type of clothes because we need it. It not just because it's gonna sell, right? That's how capitalism works. We just gonna make stuff and market it to the consumers, even if they don't need it or whatever. It's we're gonna make it look like they need it, right? So us as black folks, one of the things we're gonna make sure that we have stuff that you need, you know. So it shouldn't be no competition. When I see what's in my neighborhood, my mentality is going to be like, oh, let me serve a purpose that's not there right now. Now, if I'm an artist and I do art, I do art, man. I can't get out that lane. I love art, but if you a person that's saying I'm trying to do better for my people and I am business minded, you could look in the community and see what's needed, But before we check out,
I know, right?
Before we check out, we're gonna check out in a
peace.
second.
Yeah,
I want
to everybody, and I'm gonna let Buddy get right here in my spot.
Are you leaving?
Yeah, because I'm gonna let Buddy.
I want your partner to come real quick. Everybody favorite little revolutionary.
Right.
Let me see where you at. One time for the one time.
Hey.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
So look, a part of his we homeschool. So a part of his homeschool this week was he had to write, about something about Black economics, right? He had a anyway, I'm going to let him read his paragraph, and this was one of his assignments this week. So you mind reading that paragraph to us?
Yes.
Tell us your name and how old you is, what grade you in.
How old you are, thanks.
Oh. My name is Zion Williams. I'm 8 years old and I'm in 3rd grade.
All right. Read your paragraph.
We need more Black Wall Streets because Black-owned businesses are important. First reason is because we feel safe around their businesses. Secondly, they offer products that we want, need, and like. Last and certainly not least, they generate money within the community. Those are some of the main reasons we need more Black-owned businesses.
I say.
Look at I didn't even know you had that in you. I'm gonna pull back up with the snacks and the candy now, man.
Right. Let's go.
So we
proud of you, Zion.
We definitely want to share that, so we get the concept of wanting to shop somewhere where we're wanted, where we feel good, we feel safe, we get the concept of knowing that business is going to put back into his education, support his football teams and baseball teams and so on and so forth, and we get that we have to mold our children to be able to love and support other Black businesses and be patient and just be kind. And, so it starts now.
But exactly. And that comes with teaching them to love their Black selves in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So they see themselves in others and other beautiful Black people. So I say thank you, Zion.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Well, he got to go back and watch Fresh Prince with Nana. Oh, Hood Scholar Nana said, "What up, Crip?"
Oh, Hood Nana, what up, though?
Corey, look, you I think you promised her a date or something like that, but
okay. I don't even know what that is, but
she watching,
more po boys coming in. I guess that's how.
See, the people online don't know how mad chill y'all Nana is. How we was cooking.
Nana a gangster, y'all. Look,
right?
One day.
It's like, oh Lord,
that just might what it be. She
right.
Okay, no we just rocking.
I know it's real. It's real. Get real.
Y'all a fool. So before we get out and close out, because we at that time.
Yeah, we at that time.
I'm gonna finish out because what we have to understand in this time is what should the Pan-Africans do around economics? We as an organization has a role to play in that. I'm tired of hearing about what we need to do, what we can and can't do. I'm tired of hearing that. I need to see it. And what we want to do is lay it out. So if you see something or when you see something, you say, man, that's always what we thought about doing, then let's click up because that's the only way we're going to do it if we mass together and have critical mass to move this. So,
that's right.
All right. So first and foremost, as an organization, what we want to do and what we have already done is we set up vending events. So when we came to and had the conversation in Birmingham, we pulled up Black vendors. Mm-hmm. We were celebrating our own Blackness, Marcus Garvey. Mm-hmm. Those are the things that we need to do. And now also having these outdoor markets, it be us. Mm-hmm. So in St. Louis, we got this thing called Soulard Market. It's a farmer's market. They price out most of the black farmers. So what we said was last year we finally put one in the North St. Louis, and now, boom, now we're gonna have a full farmers market next year. Next, we need a national black business directory. We need a place online where we can see these businesses, click on them, and order. But we need every business. So I've seen some with a couple thousand. I've seen some maybe 10,000. But it's more black businesses than that. And we need to know that. So I need to be able to see that. Next, as an organization, we want to mass produce our things. So we want to make affordable hygiene, soap, lotion, detergent, all of those things. I'm saying this because, and it's a joke, and it's like you can't buy no black soap for less than $5. Because we put all the milk in the black soap and all the beads and all that in there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But that's $5. Okay. Now I need $1.50 bar of soap. We ain't got that. I need $1 thing of deodorant. I need some lotion, right? I need the affordable stuff because our people poor right now, right? So what we want to do as an organization, not only make them collectively all over the world, but also get to the point where we are the distributors and we have warehouses conveniently and strategically placed everywhere. So we on trucks, we on boats, we taking these things back and forth from continent to continent, country to country, state to state, city to city, but we also have warehouses. And so like the brother that the Hood Scholar found in Lagos, they can make shirts for less than $10 a shirt. You're not going to beat it, but you just need to get on the supply chain. And after that call, we had another call saying we need to do this. So another brother said he makes straws. I ain't never heard of this in my life, but he African. So man, I'm finna hit every black business I know. So these are the things that we want to get to because our culmination gets to 2 points. On the technology side, we want to get to the point where we can make buying black on your phone convenient, like every day. So we want a mobile app. We want to build technology where you can buy an app. So our mind is imagine kind of like a Uber Eats along with an Amazon that's on your phone where you can order tissue, toilet paper from black businesses, and you can also have some food but order from a restaurant, and then also have a black driver deliver that food to you. And so we want to get to that point. And then we also, like we said earlier, we want to organize community stores. The only concept we have is like a cooperative store out of like a Walmart or like a Dollar General or Family Dollar in every community where everything in the store, like the Hood Scholar says, from not only the soap and the lotion, but the little phones in the back, the person who make the t-shirts, the polos, the cashier, even the shelves, everything in it was made by black people from the ground up. And so if we can go through that philosophy, where in which we making it for ourselves and have our own store or our own app, sky's the limit.
Right. That's a beautiful vision. Mm-hmm. And that is a vision of this organization. So those are some things that we hope to be able to start doing and practicing in the near future. And all my black folks out there, man, y'all get that. Y'all rock with it.
Right. And I just want to add something. So one of those slides, we were on a meeting with one of our monthly meetings with the Republic of New Africa. And one of our Baba Amin, co-minister of education, he said, trust of black people looks like food, clothing, and shelter. Once you take care of them three things, I mean, like you said, that's a trust factor. That's guaranteed to be there if you keep those things consistent and teach people how to keep it consistent for themselves.
Shit.
So let's do it.
Man, it's been a good day.
I agree.
It's been a good show.
Been productive.
I like when we get to that point where we can show people what the vision is, that we don't have to stay stagnant on what we can't do and what needs to happen. We say, look, we can lay it out right here. We just need more people.
Right.
You know, so do you want to fight and scuffle the hardest way because you had to fight 1 versus 10, or do we want a fair fight? Because you know what we up against. Because Uber Eats or DoorDash say support black businesses on their app, and they still get a cut from it.
Yeah. So it's one thing, and I don't want to go sidebar, but one thing that happened after the uprising for George Floyd is that all the businesses went pro-black, right? So all the businesses were like, Black Lives Matter, Dove soap, protect your crown, and all these
protect your crown.
Yeah,
and I just want to say this last part. That wasn't for black folks. That was for white people to support and for them to feel good about buying some more stuff. That they have an inclusive line, so let me go support Dove. And they have an inclusive line over here, and they putting black people on here now. Let me go support them because they're all about Black Lives Matter. No. Right? So they still don't give a shit about Black lives, but it was a marketing campaign to get more buying, more customers. From
just like Target, like you said, let them fuck it up. I got more money to fix it.
So again, I just want to, I guess we can end it there, man. It's just, again, it's as far as the Ubuntu economics, it's as far as a business owner, business supporter, we thrive because you thrive.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't say no better than that as far as the businesses and the business supporters.
Let's make that dollar
we're gonna cut that up right there.
I just want to put in there real quick that, and Tori mentioned him. Shout out to Remy. It's Ray K Productions. He's in Lagos, Nigeria. He's the manufacturer. He's a whole clothing manufacturer, designer, and everything. But by going with him, this isn't an advertisement for my shirts. I am selling shirts. This isn't advertising my shirts. This is literally.
It is.
No, I just want to say
buy a shirt
and go to hoodscholar.com.
Ubuntu.
Yeah, Ubuntu. But the real point though, by me going with him, he got the cloth. They made the shirts. They producing it. I was one who designed it. So right now, we are actually putting in practice the model of Ubuntu economics. So I just want to put that out there. We doing it now, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of dope talking back and forth with our brothers in Africa. And Tori got a chance to meet him. He's on the call. He's joining the organization. Yeah. But y'all, this is what the IBFA is, y'all. This is Ubuntu economics, y'all. This is what it is.
Ashe, a working model in this piece. You better go ahead, Hood Scholar. Better go, boy.
Yep.
Peace and power.
Yeah. Peace, y'all.
Good show, y'all. Love y'all. Yeah. Have a great week.
Yep. Black love, black unity, black freedom, and black power.
Ashe.
What if we had the power to bring every black leader throughout history together in this day and age? What could we accomplish? What if we brought the radical mobilizing of Dr. King together with the unapologetically black organizing of Malcolm X? What if we used the political ideas of Fannie Lou Hamer and put it with the successes of Julius Nyerere, Patrice Lumumba, and Maurice Bishop? What if we created an entirely new economic system based on the philosophies of Dr. Claude Anderson, Muammar Gaddafi, and Thomas Sankara? How many black Wall Streets do you think would exist today? And what if we created an organization in the transformational ways that Ella Baker did, or even a movement like Winnie Mandela did to end apartheid? How strong of a people would we be if a movement or an organization like that existed today? Now, what if I told you that we've already started?